And last but not least, I'm going to give you a heads up that I anticipate a very pleasant announcement coming out of the land bank as far as funding for neighborhood new development or reinvestment or neighborhood improvement in Sebring and Smith Township both. There's some things have happened. I'm just not at liberty yet to give you all the details, but I'm telling you it's good for both Sebring and Smith Township, and as soon as they have their press release ready to go, we'll get it to you. Okay? Mr. Wright.
Hey, Mike, when you talked about that $60 million, I would like to mention that Marvin is the one that did turn me on to that. So I put a copy of that. I have reached out, and Mike is going to reach out to Sheriff Brown's top person tomorrow, so hopefully we'll have some answers. I think that's well overdue for our community here. Those lead service lines for us, plus also for our residents. Also, Mikey had mentioned about the land, or the John Shaney. He's been very, very eager to work with us. He has made 2 requests for 2 properties to get the inspection reports. I do see the chief emailed this evening that he has Lieutenant Bailey on that to try to get those wrapped up, but we also need to make sure Lionel does his part too, so that we don't hold up this chain of events. And he also has mentioned another house now, 137 East Pennsylvania, which we'll need to contact Shaney, which I can do if you want, or you guys, you or Rick can handle it, however you want to do it.
John has a list of homes that I've given
Okay.
him, and that is one that...
That is one that you've given him?
Yes.
And I still have not made contact. I guess what I would ask council is, could you determine if there are any commercial structures that you would like to have inspected? John Shaney doesn't do that, but he has forwarded me on to a gentleman that does do that, so it would be nice if we could all compile a list, so when this gentleman comes over here that we could get him to inspect all of them at once.
Turner and May.
Turner and May is one. The China place down here on East Maryland for sure is one.
Yes.
But there are some others that...
Building right across from Turner and Mays.
Okay.
Ownership
You
is
mentioned
an
the
issue
bus
there.
station.
The bus station is one. I have some concerns about the property in the, what would that be, the 200 block of West Georgia. The roof is completely caved in, and I have concerns about the wall that faces Georgia collapsing into the roadway. So that will probably be one that we will also be asking to have
How
looked
about
at.
the old bowling alley?
Yeah, the Sebring
Wow,
racket
the bowling alley.
We just take Sebring down.
I guess the only thing I would ask is if you could provide me with some addresses, please, and I will be glad to forward that information on
Even
to
the pottery behind my house also.
Yes, it has a wall that's bowing out pretty bad too,
Oh, yeah, it is.
on the west side.
On
See the
Virginia.
foreclosure notice in the paper on that?
Yeah, we have Sebring coming down.
Huntington Bank?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Dave, that, the lead, you're talking about the service lines, and that would be from the residents out?
Yes.
Okay.
As I interpret it, service lines, yes, that would be service lines.
That's our
Is that it?
interpretation.
That's our interpretation as
Okay.
of today. That also would include our main service lines also.
Great.
That's how we're interpreting it at this point, until we get clarification from Sheriff Brown and the EPA. I guess we won't know for sure exactly what that means, but I have reached out to all of our elected officials to see which one's going to respond first. So, and Mike will take over from here with Sheriff Brown's office as he has more dealings with him and probably could get a little bit further than I will.
Great, good.
So, again, I wanted to thank Marvin. He's the one that turned me on to that, only because he just spent $2,200 replacing his lead service line. So, don't know whether we'll be able to help him, but hopefully we'll be able to help somebody down the road here with that money.
Right.
Mayor.
Yeah, good.
Thanks, Mayor.
Mr. Harp?
Yes. If this comes to fruition and we do get some funding, then we have the individuals or the households apply
Oh, we have no idea yet.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we
Well,
don't
I'm just
know, yep.
speculating that it's possible, then that, and it's up to them to replace it. It's not up to us as a
Don't know.
village. Okay.
It won't be that way. I can tell you the way the EPA operates, it'll be public entity will have to apply for the funding. How we go about doing all that, I guess we'll have to figure out if they have a plan in place.
When time comes.
I don't know if every community only owns.
Just remember, you're dealing with federal EPA when you're dealing with Senator Brown's office, not the state.
Well, and that's what I'm somewhat confused about, because it doesn't say in there federal. I mean, I know that's typically where, but I don't know if he's trying to trickle that funding back into the state.
Yeah, that's probably the way.
So hopefully that's what he's doing, which will give us hopefully a little bit of a leg up, seeing as how they know who we are in Twinsburg, so, and in Columbus.
Typically, what they do with large federal block grants like that is they'll distribute it to the states, and then the states will organize and create a program, and then they'll run that through the program. So,
Well, we better hope not, or I'll never get north of property.
So anyhow, I appreciate you taking the lead on that, because you'll probably get a lot further than I will.
I'll deal with Mr. Brown yet this week, as long as somebody's in their offices.
Yeah, I'm doubting that they're there.
Me too.
Like I said, I got an automated response, but I did get an actual response from Schiavone's office that said they were going to contact Sheriff Brown's office also, so I guess the more the merrier.
Okay.
We'll have him working first pay this month and next month.